what's going on, guys? Welcome to Pokemon TCG Center. Today's video will be looking at second place Blacephalon deck list from World Championship Master Division. What else to say than congratulations to Ito, Japanese player who managed to come to the finals of the World Championship in Master Division with this deck. I actually test this deck out and it's really clunky. I don't like it at all. I mean, it just lacks the draw supporter, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it runs 4 Cynthias and Lily and Hoopa and 4 copies of Welder, but I simply couldn't get that draw support while I was playing. The biggest problem with the deck is that if the Dane is priced, and if you start without draw supporter, or if you start with Welder no energy, you're just gonna stack and you won't be able to do anything. So in my opinion, probably to the Dane GX would make a huge impact to this deck list. Overall, even running Reset Stamp, I don't know how good actually the card was. Probably it makes some sense. But overall, probably I would consider discarding Hapu and maybe Reset Stamp, trying to add forward Blacephalon and second the Dean GX. So I can have much better consistency trying to start with Blacephalon in the front and having that second Dean available, you know, in order to swing with turn 1 setup, turn 2, you know, power with Blacephalon anyways. Yeah, but even in the late game, somewhere in the late game when you actually need to find that second Dean and when you already play it, you won't be able. So in my opinion, that's the problem with this build. But anyways, it was second of the World Championship, so I guess I should not criticize it too much. But it's just my personal opinion. I would probably consider switching that cards and maybe even moving down to 1 Heatran GX in order to add 4th Cherish Ball so I can have even more consistency with the deck list overall. But yeah, I mean, what else I can say about the deck list? So he played 3 Blacephalon GX, 2 copies of Heatran, 1 copy of the Dean, and then 1 copy of Mew with the Bench Barrier, 3 copies of Poipole and another Poipole with Eye Opener, with 2 Naganels with the Ultra Conversion that says that once per turn you can discard Ultra Beast card from your hand, and if you do that you can draw 3 cards, and 3 copies of Ultra Beast Charge Up Naganels. Then from cards, trainer cards, 3 B-Strings, 3 Cherish Balls, 4 Custom Catchers, 4 Mystery Treasure, 1 Reset Stamp, 1 Heat Factory, 2 Ultra Space, and then from supporter cards, 4 Cynthias, 1 Hapu, 1 Lily, and 4 copies of Welder with 16 energies, 1 Beast, 14 Fire, and 1 Psychic Energy. So overall, if we try to do some adjustments to the deck list, I mean, it's not that you even need to have Eye Opener Poipole. I mean, maybe it can help you out in some situations, maybe not. But again, discarding Hapu, maybe even Dead Lily, but since we have second Dean, we can definitely throw the 4th Cherish Ball in the deck list. We can even keep that Reset Stamp if we want. But I would probably consider just going with 4 copies of Ultra Beast, so I can have as much possible Ultra Beasts available. So this can be even something like this. So pretty much 4 Blacephalons, 1 Heatran, 2 copies of the Dean GX, 1 Mew, 4 Poipoles, 2 Naganandel GX, 3 Naganandels, and then 4 copies of B-String, 4 Cherish Ball, 4 Custom Catcher, 4 Mystery Treasures, 1 Hit Factory with 2 Ultra Space, and then only 4 Cynthias, 4 Welders with 16 energies in total. And I think that second Dean GX, as well as 4th Cherish Ball and 4th Blacephalon, should make dramatically impact to the deck list. Speaking about consistency, in my opinion, it should work definitely better. Anyways, that's the deck list that he used, and this is the deck list that I would probably use. So yeah, make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know as always in the comments below what you think about it. I will try to play a couple games today with this deck list and see how it will work. So yeah, see you in the game. Alright, it's always good to start first, especially with the Blacephalon deck. What I don't like here is definitely lack of the draw support in this deck. In many times you're just gonna start without draw supporter, but you're definitely targeting that welder in your opening hand with a couple energies if it's possible. In my case, unfortunately, it is not. But at least I'm gonna go for a second Poipole, and with energy attachment, I can easily go with Ultra Space for another Poipole. So I can have 3 of them. But what if I just grab myself Naganandel? I guess it doesn't matter too much. We really want to have as many Poipoles as we can turn 1. What's the worst thing that can happen? I can get Explosive Jet in my face for 150, and that's pretty much it. Turn 1, not more than 150. Technically with a choice, but I can be knocked out, but hopefully that's not going to happen. So with 3 Poipoles set up on the bench, I'm in a very good position to go for that turn 2 swing versus my opponent for the one-hit knockout against almost anything, as long as I can find some energies in my discard pile. But I have a feeling that this is not going to be good turn for me at all, the second turn. Probably I'm just going to try to focus my mind on that Burst GX, and probably I will just try to get a price card, try to set that Naganandel so I can snipe my opponent bench with the Naganandel GX. And after that I will see what's gonna happen. Because this Tornado will be very explosive sooner or later. Of course, you need to discard 3 energies from Tornado in order to hit for 150. Is it worth? Probably. Probably not. It all depends how you look at that. It might be good, it might be bad, so yeah, I'm gonna lose my Ultra Space, meaning that as long as there is a John Hurt in play, I can discard a card from my hand in order to search my deck for 2 fire energies. That's good. But looks like I'm just gonna be forced to use the Beast energy and swing for 130 this Terminator for the one-hit knockout, so I can basically get the prize card. And eliminate trade, of course, but I really need that prize card. So there's 150. I really don't want to risk to see another welder play with energy attachment from the hand manually, so I really don't want to see that. Well, yeah, I guess I also want to thin my deck as much as I can. So, Mind Blow for 130. There we go. And the prize card is Mystery Treasure. Is this a good card? In this specific moment, it's not. In this specific moment, it's not. I think I don't have not even close good setup here. I mean, even if I can top deck Welder, it's not going to be good, because what I can do with the Welder, I can attach 2 energies to Poipole. Well, true, I can do that, but anything else than that. So he tried to flip hands on the coin with the Super Scoop, but maybe my opponent was looking for to scoop the Dean. Maybe not. However, there is a welder play. If I can survive for at least one more turn with my Jirachi in front, with my Blacephalon versus this Jirachi in front, this is going to be a miracle as long as my opponent don't have energy, because I can even knock him out with a... Oh, I can't. I need 2 energies. Yeah, I forgot about it. But I can definitely use Burst GX. But on the other side of the field, if my opponent can find energy, he can Outrage for 30 and knocks my Blacephalon out and take 2 prize card in the game. And after that, if I don't top deck something good and useful, I'm probably going to be in a huge disadvantage. But so far, there is another Dedin and still a Wish. I think he should have access to the knockout. Alright, so he just found himself a Pulp Pad, and that Pulp Pad can be used for double welder play. Pretty clever. And he has switch as well. Alright, I didn't count on the switch option, and another Dean. So another Jirachi plus Vulpix discarded in this case, and still sitting with 3 energies in my hand, facing this Reshizard on the other side. I need 6 energies in order for one-hit knockout versus this heavily beast Reshizard combo. Meanwhile, at least I can spit poison my opponent, which is a good thing, because then I can try to reduce the damage and amount of the energies that I will need down to 5. Alright, we're gonna need the Naganandel actually. We are gonna need Naganandel with a charge up. But unfortunately, other than that, I can discard energy in order to search my deck for 2 energies, then I can add 1 energy to my Blacephalon. My opponent has so many cards available in his hand that I'm just wondering if he can find 2 custom catchers for the knockout versus Blacephalon. The bad thing is that even B-String turn works for me perfectly, but I can't simply get anything. But literally only 1 card can put me back in action. And that's any type of the Drow supporter, even Welder can be good. Yeah, Cherish Ball with full bench simply won't work. And there is a Welder. However, Ninetales with 2 energies should perfectly work, because my opponent can then use 9 Temptation, but I see 6 energies in discard pile and 5 energies in play, meaning that technically he can have 2 more energies sitting in his hand from 7 remaining cards. Yeah, he have them, yeah, definitely. We're gonna see knockout against that Blacephalon, so that's the GG. I'm wondering how in the world this deck even managed to come to the finals of the World Championship, because it lacks so many Drow support. It is such an unstable deck that I don't like it at all. I mean, yeah, right now I managed to top deck Welder. This is just insane. And what we can do with the Welder top deck? Pretty much nothing, right? We can get 1 Cherish Ball, and with that Cherish Ball I can grab myself a Heatran. So maybe, technically, theoretically, I can still win this game. Theoretically, or maybe not. There is a charge up. So with the Heatran I can swing for like... yeah, for not too much. But the truth is, if I retreat, and if I pass, it really all depends. Really all depends. I mean, I can go for like 200 the hot burn, maybe 300 at the next turn at the best. So there is another fire energy for my opponent. If he can use 9 Temptation, then he can simply catch my Heatran on the bench and knock him out. But then again, as I mentioned at the beginning, it is so unlikely that he will... okay, so he's trying to find maybe a custom catcher play if he runs them, of course. There is a switch. Alright, so maybe he can find it with a Jirachi, trying to thin the deck as much as possible. I didn't see a single custom catcher play on the other side of the field. So there's a skateboard and a Stellar Wish. And that Stellar Wish can definitely get custom catcher if it's... nope, it's not available, but the Fire Crystal should do the job. Because with the Fire Crystal you can get 3 energies back in your hand, and then with the Ninetales you can discard 2, use 9 Temptation, catch Heatran on the bench, retreat down to Reshizard, use either way Flare Strike or Double Blaze, and go for the one-hit knock and win the game. So really not sure what to say about this deck. It's really clunky. I don't like it at all. I mean, yeah, I know that you can discard the Ultra Beast with another Naganandel from your hand in order to draw 3 cards, and then you can use Welder in order to draw 3 more cards, but yeah, I mean, it's not my taste. It's definitely not my taste. I don't like it at all. And I'm really wondering how in the world this deck actually managed to come such a close in, finals of the World Championship. I mean, I know that the Blacephalon deck is a good deck, but yeah, maybe it's just TCGO, maybe I don't know. Anyways, that's the GG. Alright, so I'm playing today with a deck that's been second at World Championship 2019. Just in case if you missed that. Oh, what a bad start I have here with the Dean. So Shintaro Ito actually played this deck in the finals of the game, and he actually lost the game. So I'm gonna go with Blacephalon turn 1. Put him down to the bench. Then I will go with 1 Mystery Treasure, where I'm gonna throw my B-string from hand. And I'm gonna grab myself 1 Poipole. Other than that, there's not too many options available. Basically, we're just gonna go with 1 more Cherish Ball. Why not? So I can grab myself a... it needs to be Blacephalon because I really need draw supporter for the following turn, so I guess I'm just gonna grab him in my hand for now and just pass. It is very horrible turn 1, where I unfortunately don't have draw supporter, so worst thing that actually can happen to anybody turn 1 is to start without draw supporter, and with that Sneaky Smash on the other side, I don't feel really comfortable. But hey, other than that, I'm gonna definitely roll my Naganandel so I can use my Ultra conversion, where I can discard Ultra Beast from my hand in order to draw 3 extra cards. Well, unfortunately, it is how it is. It will be very slow start here from my side of the field. Plus, I already discarded one of my B-strings. You really don't want to discard B-string because it's a very important resource, especially in Blacephalon deck where you actually really need B-strings. So my opponent played Hapu and he discarded a Ringing Bell, a couple energies in discard pile. That's not bad at all. There's a Mr. Trevor, another one. Well, I guess I'm gonna grab myself another Poipole. We'll try to put him on the bench. And then I will evolve my Naganandel, of course. Other than that, I will use my Ultra conversion so I can grab 3 cards. Hopefully I can find some energies. Well, there's a Heatran. I can attack with my GX attack, which is actually not the craziest thing in the world, if I can be completely honest with you. But for now, we're just not gonna do it. We're just gonna go with Cynthia. I mean, it's not that I can even do it because, yeah, unfortunately I can't. So anyways, Mr. Treasure, discarding Fire Energy in order to get a Naganandel for the next turn. And more than that, there's nothing else that I can do. Literally, just gonna pass my turn and hopefully next turn I can try to do something out. For example, trying to play Welder and stuff like that. I think I'm probably gonna be more than happy to retreat somehow this Dean from the active position. I couldn't even find myself a welder with a couple energies at the third one, so I can try to do something out here. Okay, so my opponent discarded that Ultra Beast Stadium from play. Ultra Space. I really need Ultra Space, so I can search my deck for another Blacephalon, and then I can discard it in order to grab 3 cards. So very powerful setup for my opponent. He have 3 Naganandlas in play plus Sneasel on the bench, who just quickly evolved into Weavile with 200 HP. And right now my opponent is capable to move energies with Shadow Connection. And there's Evil Domination Hoopa as well. And we're gonna see a couple charge-ups from the other side of the field. There we go. Quick charge-up from Naganandel, plus my opponent can attach energy from hand. Unfortunately, he won't be able to retreat without paying the retreat cost with the black market. And the worst thing is that I don't even have fire energy available in my hand in order to use Welder, which is just insane. So Shadow Connection, and then Evil Domination can hit for 10 plus 20 for each Pokemon with ability that I have on the bench. Actually in play as well. And it's gonna be 80 damage attack. Actually 70. Because 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, Blacephalon is just without ability. My mistake. Anyways, so what are we gonna do here next? Ultra Space for that Naganandel. Then I can trade my Naganandel for extra 3 cards. Hopefully I can find some energies. Alright, so I definitely decided to go for a knockout here if it's possible. I mean, it is possible, definitely. So 3 extra energies, and looks like I'm gonna need to discard this Psychic Energy in order to pay that retreat. This deck does 50 damage times the amount of energies attached, and then next turn I can hit for like 130, so I'm gonna move all energies, so I can swing basically for 50 times energy attached to my Heatran. So it should be 200 and exactly 200 for the knockout. And with that being said, I can have my energies on my Heatran, so I can retreat with the Heatran, for example, and still have energy available for Blacephalon. Plus I can hit for 130, being able to go for 130, I can one-hit Naga Hoopa, for example. And right now, without Weavile in play, I'm in a definitely good position as well. So Cherish Ball for the Dean. Of course, I can also try to snipe my opponent bench sooner or later with this Venom Shot for 170 versus the Dean GX, but I'm gonna need my Beast Energy in order to do that, so there is a charge up. Alright, so 3 Naganandels on the bench, but no energies in this group pile. That's pretty bad. I have another Poipole ready, so I can try to set him up in play for the following turn. And there's a Super Scoop Up, unfortunately Tails. Who knows what would happen if my opponent flipped the heads on the coin flip. Maybe he would promote just the Dean in the front once again. Actually, maybe he would just reset the Dean, not promote him. Alright, so one thing is for sure, we need to get rid of some of the cards from the hand. Discarding Mew was not the best idea in the world, that's for sure. And mainly because that is mainly because I can protect my bench from Darkrai, but on the other side, Oh, I was looking forward to play that Lily first, but maybe I can get Welder, maybe even better. That would be even better. If I can hit Welder here, that would be awesome. 3 Welders, but I simply can't get a single one. That's so unfortunate. Alright, there's a Welder, but no energy. Well, story of my life, I guess. Still, I'm gonna go with... Actually, I'm rather gonna go with a Cynthia for this turn. I'm rather gonna go with a Cynthia for this turn. Okie dokie, that's good. I can Steaming Stomp for 130, it should be enough for the knockout versus Hoopa. I have 3 price advantage over my opponent, meaning that I can win the game if I can knock this Umbreon and Darkrai out. Since I have Custom Catcher sitting in my hand, there is a good chance that I can hit another one with my Hapu or maybe with a Welder. I can easily get rid of some of the cards from my hand, plus I can get some energies in the play. So my opponent can swing for 80, and that's unfortunately not enough for the knockout. So hitting for 80, still short for like 20. But what he can do, for example, he can use Darkmoon GX maybe, prevent me from playing trainer cards from my hand, try to steal some time until he manages to set up another Weavile in play, but looks like he won't be able to set up Weavile. Well, maybe not. Well, there's a communication for Sneasel. He definitely needs the Sneasel in play if he wants to stay in this game a bit longer. And third point, so he actually decided to go with the third point because sooner or later he can Black Lance on the bench. So what are we gonna do here? We're gonna go with first Naganandel play, and then after that I will use my Mystery Treasure, where I'm gonna discard this Hapu from my hand. Well, in order to grab another Naganandel, so I might be able to swing for the victory here. It pretty much all depends. I really want to go all in here if it's somehow possible to do that. And I hope it will be possible. As long as I can get that custom catcher, I think I will have win available. Well, there is a B-string, not the card I was hoping for. Still with my Welder, I can get 2 energies in play, and nope, for this turn, again, my opponent will just stay safe in the play. And again, I can hit for 130, plus 1 energy can be attached somewhere. So let's go with that energy attachment and swing for 130. So I was short for like 1 copy of Custom Catcher for the win, but my opponent lost 3 energy cards. And even if he can find a Sneasel and Weavile for that Black Lance, it won't change things dramatically as long as he can't knock that Blacephalon GX out, because he should be able to attack for one-hit knockout against this Umbreon, even if my opponent managed to... Oh, there's a reset stamp. It will change things a little bit, but luckily I managed to find myself a Lily. So with the Lily play, I can draw cards until I have 6 in my hand, plus I have energy for attachment. So Heatran definitely carry out this game, no doubt about that. And there's a ringing bell, so yeah, I mean, we will see the knockout. Technically, that could be a 4 prize knockout if there was a pair of the custom catchers, but luckily it wasn't. And I need to swing for 300, so I need 6 energies, and for now I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, with 1 in my hand, it's 6, so should be more than enough for the knockout with that Mind Blow. So 4, 5, 6, and I'm heading for 300, and that's exactly what I need in order to take double prize knockout for the game. And there we go, so that's the GG, my friends. 760 damage dealt in total. I guess I'm gonna try to go quickly through my opponent deck list. Yeah, pretty much standard 2 Weaviles and 2 Sneasels with 2 Hoopas, 3 Poipoles, and 3 Naganelas with Ditto. Yeah, pretty much standard deck list, I can say that, with the Dark City, Radiant, and Black Market. Alright. Anyways, that's the GG.